1944. In the 6 months since D-Day, the Allies have beaten the Germans 450 miles across France. The capital, Paris, is liberated. Holland is freed. The Germans are on the run.
They've suffered some pretty devastating loss. They've taken a lot of hits, and they've lost a lot of manpower.
The Allies seize the Ardennes forests, 4,000 square miles of dense woodland right on the German border. Victory is within sight. December 15th, 1944. Stationed deep in the Ardennes forest is the 168th Engineer Combat Battalion and Private First Class Lester Bornstein.
It was cold, but we were living pretty comfortably. We had replaced our tents with little huts in the woods. It was very quiet. It was a ghost front.
A big part of what the Americans are doing in the Ardennes is resting. This is a quiet sector. You'll refit here. Things will be okay. You'll lick your wounds. You'll get new people, and then we'll decide what to do with you.
Many soldiers are given passes to the French capital, Paris, 200 miles behind the lines, 3 days' drive from the German front. Including 20-year-old Private First Class Carl Beck of Hotel Company, 501st Parachute Infantry Regiment.
You're 20 years old, been 72 days on the line, you got a pocket full of money, and you're in Paris. So I guess there was some sinning going on.
December 16th, 6 a.m. Allied outposts report signs of German troop movements. With so many soldiers away from the action, it's left to men with non-combat specialties to investigate the Germans probing the line. Men like engineer Lester Bornstein.
They said leave our shovels and our picks behind and all any mine equipment. Drop everything, all your personal things. Don't take any wallets or anything else, and take our rifles and bazookas and follow them.
An engineer, Les is used to clearing roads and building bridges. Now he has a new priority.
We became infantry.
Les's unit is in the woods surrounding St. Vith, a town at a major intersection of roads through the Ardennes.
I saw Jimmy Hill, my buddy. He was a sergeant, he was a very good soldier, and he was in a hole. Jimmy, all of a sudden, said, "Here they come."
Approaching their position are Panzer Mark IV tanks, the main German armored attack vehicle. Les and Jimmy's unit makes first contact with a major Nazi counterattack. 250,000 German troops and 9 whole tank divisions are moving into the Ardennes, catching the entire American military off guard.
It came as a complete surprise and a shock. And he says, "Get the bazooka ready."
The engineering corps have no armored support, only small arms, rifles, and bazookas. The M9A1 bazooka is a portable tank buster, accurate up to 300 yards. It fires a shell with a ½ pound of explosive at 180 miles an hour. But the Panzer Mark IV tank has 2.5-inch armor that can easily stop a conventional bazooka round. So U.S. troops are issued with a shaped charge anti-tank round. The inside of the nose of a shaped charge is hollow. The explosive inside has a matching hollow cone. The empty cone acts like a lens to focus all the power of the explosive onto a single spot, delivering maximum energy, enabling it to penetrate steel armor up to 3 feet thick.
As you get ready, here they come. The shell has 2 leads on it, a negative and positive. They were soldered together. I go to pull the solder apart, and I broke it.
There are only 3 rockets left.
I pull the shell out of the canister. I go to pull the negative and positive leads of made of copper, was soldered very lightly together. My hands are shaking, not only from the cold, but from the fear. Tremendous fear. And I broke that one. Thought that's the end of us. If you ever have a nightmare where you run and you keep falling, you can't go any further, that's the same thing. He cursed me loudly, and he said to me, "Get the third wounded." I said, "I got it." Jimmy, very, very calmly, get up on the parapet of this deep hole, and he waited. Now the tank was within feet, not yards, feet. And I put my head against his shoulder. I said, "Please, Jimmy, don't miss." I can't say enough about this Jimmy Hill. He's an unbelievable soldier.
The lead tank is disabled. German Panzer support infantry move forward, searching for where the shot came from.
My mother spoke Yiddish, and I could understand what they were saying. They say, "From where did that shot come from?" They couldn't find us. The tree boughs had camouflaged the hole.
The German tank's initial shot brought down tree branches, helping cover Les and Jimmy's position. The Germans can't find them.
And I could all of a sudden hear the word, "Komm zurück," which means come back. Someone yelled, one of the superiors. Saved my life.
Jimmy and Les halt a major German advance in their sector. Elsewhere, Americans aren't as successful. By the end of the first day, the lines are completely overrun. Aggressive German attacks by heavily armored divisions surge through the northern front. American units are overwhelmed.
You're seeing chaos. So it's crisis management as the Americans begin to piece together what is going on here.
American troops are under attack from 24 divisions of German soldiers.
They're an extremely potent enemy. They have good combat soldiers with high morale, and they've got a lot of firepower.
All leave is canceled. Thousands of troops all over Western Europe are rounded up and loaded onto trucks.
The orders were, get on those damn trucks, mount the machine guns on the side, the crouch are just up the road. They rode for about 2 days on those damn trucks. Of course, I needed a chance to rest, get rid of that hangover.
Private First Class Walter Hughes is with Item Company, 504th Parachute Infantry Regiment.
I had a pass in my hand for Paris, and we got word that the Germans had broke through in some place called the Ardennes. They came and woke everybody up about 3 o'clock in the morning, and we were alerted to move out. Nobody knew anything about what was going on. All we know that the Germans were on the move.
The 7th and 10th Armored Divisions and the 82nd and 101st Airborne Divisions are mobilized immediately. 60,000 men and 11,000 vehicles are on their way to the Ardennes.
So much equipment was moving on the road, and every little town that we went through, there was MPs there directing traffic, and we knew it was a big operation, whatever it was, but we weren't sure, and nobody knew where we were.
Right now, American light infantry and paratroop divisions are the only ones there to hold the line. The nearest tanks and heavy armor are General George Patton's 4th Armored Division, 100 miles away to the south. They immediately set off to reinforce the Americans in the north. December 16th, 11:30 p.m., the end of the first day. With no tank support, infantry and paratroopers will have to hold off the attack on their own. Private First Class Don Burgett and the rest of Able Company drive through the night to the front.
We would go through the night. We went through the old World War I battlefields. And I remember standing up in my truck and I looked out and I said, World War I was the war to end all wars. I said, the ghost that rests was tonight.
Over 500,000 Americans will be mobilized. Their orders: hold the Ardennes at all costs. None of them know they are about to fight in the biggest and bloodiest American battle of World War II.
Hey, what are you doing today?
I'm backing up the computer. Photos, work files, you name it.
Lovely.
December 17th, 1944, 11 a.m. Deep in France's Ardennes forest, Hitler's last-ditch counterattack has the American forces reeling. In 24 hours, German troops, 250,000 strong, breach an 85-mile-long front and begin to push the front lines back.
These are some of the best remaining soldiers the German army have, so that's why Hitler has put them there. He thinks they're going to smash through the American lines and achieve the purpose of his offensive.
Hitler's target is the port of Antwerp. If he can break through, he will split the Allies in two and cut off their supply routes. To stop him, the Americans must hold on to the road intersections in key towns in the forest. The most important of these is Bastogne. December 18th, 4 p.m. The 101st Airborne creep into the area. Their orders: secure the roads and woods around the town. Private First Class Don Burgett is attached to Able Company, 506th PIR.
My buddy was one of the point men, and he had good eyes, and he said, there they are, there they are. And he turned, looked back to see us. We couldn't shoot because he was between us and the Germans. Shot him through the mouth, took his spine out. He was dead before he hit the ground.
Another trooper rushes forward.
He pulled his knife on the way down, and he plunged it into the German, right in his heart, and killed him. In these fractions of bang, 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 it's gone, it's over, we were running forward. finally we got